What's up, all my beautiful Irish people? Today we're back again with another Gripped Media reaction, guys. County Gains Media in the house. County Gains News Network in the house. This one is called Family of Four Ordered to Vacate the Cabin That They Call Home. Again, another super unfortunate, situation for another family, another Irish family in Ireland, guys. That we have modular homes that we're not allowed to live in anymore. The government say this type of thing. It's super sad. We're going to go through this one today. It's already got 21,000 views in 21 hours. So, South Dublin County Council refuses to grant retention for a cabin home on family land. Guys, let me tell you something. If I ever became, a TD or anything like that in government, I would immediately just scrap pretty much any sort of planning permission for any Irish people, guys. All right, especially if you've lived here for 20 plus years and your grandparents are beneath the soil, I would definitely scrap the whole, planning permission to a point, guys. Like if you have houses like this, you can absolutely build on this type of land. Of course, if you're some random Chinese guy coming into the country, you're probably not allowed to. But if you're an Irish guy living here your whole life, you have a nice, beautiful family, then of course you're able to live on this beautiful Emerald Isle, okay, that we call home. Drop a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. This one's gonna be insane and emotional. Let's go.
This is not right, and this is not right no matter what way you do it or who you get to say it. To run people off their own land in their own country that work hard, and worked hard I did all my life, and to come home and to say you're not entitled to live in this area anymore, but we have nothing for you. You're basically taking a hard-working man that spent the last 30 years of his life in a hard trade and basically thrown him to the side of the road.
Gripped Media have seen documentation from South Dublin County Council outlining its refusal to grant the McDonough family retention permission in respect of their home. South Dublin County Council say the structure does not adhere to regional planning guidelines. They say that granting retrospective planning permission would set an undesirable precedent, as well as leading to a demand for uneconomical provision of services in the area.
This should definitely lead for a demand, because the big businesses want to keep big business. They want a monopoly, guys. It's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? If this guy looks like a tradesman, craftsman, looks like a hardworking, educated guy, he could build a beautiful house. Look at this house behind him. This house behind him looks more beautiful than my damn house itself, than my stone house. This is a beautiful house, guys. This is like a wooden modular home. This is all the houses that they have in Canada and the US. That's what I saw.
Brendan and Evelina. Brendan, I'll start with you. Can you tell us a little bit about the trouble you've been having in regards to your home here behind us?
We've had 7 years of court cases.
7 years. Evelina, I'm going to guess that she's Polish or Eastern European. I can talk about Eastern Europe, guys. I'm half Eastern European, of course. My dad's Irish. I'm as Irish as it gets. But at the same time, guys, I have a little bit of other blood inside me. And it's beautiful, guys. Beautiful Irish family here. And, it's unfortunate. This is actually disgraceful, guys. This is actually a disgrace. I'm not going to lie.
Trying to get planning permission for retention for this place. And we have nothing but constant failures. And I just think can't fit the criteria to live in the area, seemingly. I've lived here all my life, the last 44 years. My father before me and his father before him, but they don't seem to want to give me planning permission for it.
So his great-grandparents lived here and the government won't give him planning permission. That's a disgrace, guys.
Anything.
You've applied for retention permission from South Dublin County Council in respect of the cabin.
I have. I've applied 3 times. 3 times for planning permission and twice to One Board Penala. To say I would do anything, I would done surveys of the ditches, the roads, the corners, upgrade the sewer system for the 2 houses, even though the 2 houses is well able to manage on the one that's there. I went to address everything. I wanted to work with the council as much as I could, but it just constantly kept getting refused.
That's actually a disgrace, guys. That's like, I understand if a guy builds a flipping little shed out the back of his house, that's not good, maybe. But wherever you want to live, you should be able to live. And
the situation is that you have an existing family home here.
Yes.
And now to look after your mother who passed away 2 weeks ago from cancer.
Yes.
You wanted to live
Stay here and be by our side all the time. Which made it very hard for us to do. Mam's the best in the world. This place was very close to us. She used to come down to us all the time and call in with the kids and do a lot of stuff with us, and she was always here. So we wanted to be here for her, to care for her needs right to the very end. But they made that very, very hard for us to do that.
In terms of trying to gain retention permission for your home, you did everything that you were asked.
I put everything I had into this place for my 2 kids and my wife. We only got married there in September and we were basically made homeless in January, the end of January.
And have the council offered you an alternative living?
Nothing. They had nothing to offer us. We went to the council, they told us they have nothing for us. I was on to Owen O'Brien I was on to loads of politicians over the years, and they turned, Owner Breen said to me they had nothing. They might have a B&B for me in Gardner Street. This is at the end of January. They said we might have a room in Gardner Street. If not, there might be something in Swords, he said, the following night. And I'm saying, but my kids go to school in Bridis. This is the only place they know. They don't know Gardner Street or Swords. I don't even know them areas, I said.
And
Yeah, like Ireland, even though it's like even though it's a small area, like I don't really know Swords and Crumlin. Like I don't know these different areas in the country. Do you know what I mean?
and see behind us that there's a skip. Can you tell us what's in the skip and why it's there?
The insides of my house. We have till the end of this month, the end of July, to gut the house and take it down. We can't afford to get contractors in to take the house down.
And
That's insane, guys.
what happens if you don't gut it and take it down by
I've
the
been
end of
threatened with prison.
They'll put you in jail.
They put me in jail.
Put you in jail for building your own home. Like this is insane, guys.
And then they said if Evelina stayed in the house, they'd be coming after her as well.
And Evelina, you've two
Putting them both in jail. That's the good thing to do. Good one, government.
quite young children. Can you tell
Absolute bozo the clown.
us a little bit about them?
We have a daughter 9 years of age and a little son 5 years of age, and ever since we have them, we never been left alone. It's quite hard for us, for kids, as a family, to go through such a horrible thing where you can't believe that you can actually keep your home. Such a devastating moment for us as well to take the cabin down, which we actually put everything into it what we ever had. That was our
I think cabins are perfect for living in, guys, especially if the cabin is wooden. Wooden houses are amazing. I think they actually insulate warmth better than concrete houses.
the home. Kids were happy in it, we were happy in it. We were helping Brendan's parents as well, and Mammy through the cancer, and we basically been made homeless.
And this has been going on how long?
7 years.
Jeez.
7 years.
7 years since 2017. May 2017 we moved into this house, and within a week we had the council coming straight up on top of us, so
Jeez.
they were right up on top of us straight away.
And can you explain a little bit about the septic tank? I understand that there are actually less people living on this area of land now than
Bro,
when...
this looks like a perfect house. What are they talking? Bro, I actually can't with the government anymore. I cannot deal with the government of Ireland anymore. I am moving to Eastern Europe, guys. Who's with me?
And the
I'm
septic
one
tank
of-
was given permission.
I'm one of 8 kids, so when the council originally built my parents' house back in '89,
Jesus.
there was 8 kids and 2 parents. Obviously 10 people using the septic tanks. That was the septic tank that was put in. There was only 3 people in my parents' house now, and 4 people down here, like 2 kids and myself and Evelina. So there's less people using the tank now. But that's not. But they said that's a problem. So I said if that is an issue, we can upgrade it to a new biocycle to run the 2 houses. That's not a problem. But there's less people using the tank now than there was when you put it in. You know.
And that didn't...
They didn't. We wanted to work with them on every aspect we could. I thrown everything at them to say, could we do this? Could we do that? Basically, I was just constantly getting refused. We're putting application in, 3 applications in, putting a lot of money into them, paying architects, engineers, survey people, the planners, solicitors, barristers.
I was gonna say you have to get a lawyer, guys, to like fight that case. That's crazy.
Then I ended up having to pay their barristers.
Dude, if tell anyone that's watching this, tell them to DM Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, and they should take care of the legal costs against this, because on Twitter they take care of like everyone's legal costs if it's as like some unjust thing, especially in Europe. And I think the Tates as well, their like grandparents were like Irish as well, so they love Ireland. So definitely DM Tristan Tate. If this guy is watching my video, you should definitely DM Tristan Tate on Twitter. I think he would actually pay for your legal costs. He would for sure.
Air solicitors, and we don't have money. We don't have a lot of money. We have nothing, like. And I'm trying to work to do this and rear my family as well. And I'm just being financially lashed out, but you could say, in court. And there's no help. There's no guidelines. I can't afford to take it to the High Court. I know it's wrong, but I just can't afford to keep funding everything. The money's just not there.
It was absolutely terrible to even hear it before Christmas, actually.
If you're
This is an absolute disgrace, guys. There's no laughing matter. Just a disgrace.
We've been told that, and we were saying, oh my God, what are we going to do, like, just before Christmas? What are we going to say to kids? Like, it's absolutely horrible. I don't wish anybody to actually go through whatever we're going through. My kids are small, but they aware about the situation, and it's hard for everybody. They go to local school, they have friends here, they have their own little life in here. And yeah, it's just it's just absolutely terrible for them to don't have that kind of like, safeness and see us as a mommy and daddy. We can actually provide them a safe home. I even develop anxiety problems.
I've even got anxiety from all this, by the way.
Yeah, it's just quite difficult to deal with because I'm actually on the medication. Just probably the stress, what I was dealing with and whatever, and our second child arrived in that, I think it was a December before, 1 month before Colin was actually born. We were going through the court case as well, and then we kept our house for another whatever while, but it was just way too much on me.
Stress.
That is insane. The stress would be unbelievable, guys. Like, threatening to take your goddamn house off you like that. That's insane,
And I ended up
anxiety. She's still on tablets for
with panic attacks and stuff. So
it's crazy, panic attacks. And that's the thing, guys. They just want to put you on drugs. They want to make you panic. They want to make you anxiety driven. It's ridiculous, guys. This country has just gone to shit, guys. Honestly, Ireland, bro.
Whatever, no matter what you did, you just felt like you were kind of kicking the can down the road.
It was absolutely stressful. Like it was the most horrible. That's supposed to be the most beautiful time for any mother, any parents to have to start a new beginning and have a little home and whatever. Even if it was a log cabin, it was enough for us. It was our home. And just be happy to see the kids growing up and you just supposed to have a joy out of it. Like it was constantly something in the back of your head. Oh my God, what's gonna be next? What's gonna happen? When the next time you're gonna go to the court? And it was just too much. And then my health as well.
Taking photographs.
Went downhill because it's not such a nice thing to deal with. Like when somebody just knocks your door and threaten you with the courts and jails and all that stuff.
That's
so
crazy.
quite sad.
What's next for you now? You've obviously started to strip the thing bare.
I can't take the risk on going to prison because I'm just getting sick of the threats all the time. I'm getting sick of the court dates.
This is what they do, guys. The government, they demoralize you. They threaten you. They say, we're going to put you in jail. We're going to put you in jail. It's like, dude, just like do it then. You know what I mean? Shit, like what? For building a house? Like really? Like that's a disgrace. Imagine the Gardaí showing up to your house to arrest you for having a beautiful home, guys. It's just disgusting, guys. I absolutely hate this placement. The government they should do a special plea case against this. And we actually saw this recently with another guy,
Everything's breaking me down as much as they can.
Yeah.
Financially, it's not good. Mentally, it's not good. I'm strong. I can take a lot of it, but it's not good for the kids.
Yeah.
It's not good for Evelina to put her through this. Ever since Mia was 2 years of age, we've had nothing but only court dates for the last 7 years, and I just can't do it anymore.
And reading through some of the documents from South Dublin County Council, I can see that they've said, like as you mentioned there a few minutes ago, that you haven't displayed a social or economic need to live in the area, and also that your cabin is an eyesore.
Yeah.
What? That's the most beautiful cabin I've ever seen in Ireland, guys. This is disgusting, bro.
I don't know where they're going with that. To me, to live in the area, I do. I lived here and I work in this area all my life. My first job was in any fabrication down the road, metal fabrication shop. I've worked on all the local farms. I've serviced all the local quarries. I'm a welder by trade. So these people constantly ring me on a daily basis, so I support all the companies. Them companies have all sent letters into South Dublin County Council.
I understand also that this area is a high amenity zone, meaning that it's quite beautiful. There's natural things that they want to preserve and just not to, I suppose, overbuild in the area or not to put too much of a strain on the amenities available. And yet
On Board Penala actually supported that when the council said that my house was an eyesore to the area. On Board Penala actually looked at it back then and said it was not an eyesore to the area as per cannot be seen.
Dude, they are actually clown world, guys. This is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life. This is not even real life, guys. They're saying it's an eyesore. It's the most beautiful cabin I've ever seen in my life, in the middle of a green pasture. They're way out in the sticks, guys. They're way out in the middle of nowhere. How does that affect anything?
The tree lines, it could not be seen. So on Board Penala, I have that on paper.
And
from the board.
They're way out in the middle of nowhere, guys. Way out in the middle of nowhere.
2 kilometres down the road, there's an iPass centre that has hundreds of asylum seekers in it. In this,
yeah, well, that's another thing done by the government. It's nothing to do with me. I'm not racist in any way whatsoever. Only thing I care about is my family and their well-being.
Yeah, that's true, guys. I know you have to shit, but like that's wild.
We're after been through enough. I don't know who these people are that are putting in. We're living in a very rural part of Dublin, and it's we don't know the people that's walking up the roads past us all the time. I don't have anything against them personally. I don't, but I think if they can't be doing this, to the local people. Like, we feel like we're outnumbered in our community right now.
I suppose when you look at
Golly, this is a nice cabin though. It is a nice cabin.
what the government has done in terms of suspending planning permission in order to let IPAS establish places to house international protection applicants. How do you feel when you know your own cabin here,
It's been taken down?
is, you know, you're being essentially forced off your own land because your family does own this land? Is that correct?
Yes.
How does that make you feel, knowing the kind of?
I feel I've been done hard by. I've been done really bad. Like,
They should get like a caravan to like live in a caravan, but I mean it's just what a bad standard of living, you know what I mean? To reduce the people to a caravan, it's just disgusting because that's their land. Like, oh, this is outrageous, guys.
this is not right, and this is not right no matter what way you do it or who you get to say it. To run people off their own land in their own country.
This is like some British colonialism type of thing.
I worked hard I did all my life.
Oh.
And to come home and to say you're not entitled to live in this area anymore, but we have nothing for you. You're basically taking a hard working man that spent the last 30 years of his life in a hard trade and basically thrown him to the side of the road.
My Lord.
Don't care for kids. They don't have any meaning. They had nowhere for my kids to go. They still don't have anywhere for my kids to go. It's at the mercy of a very good friend of mine that we have a shelter over our head. Nothing to do with South Dublin County Council or the courts. Nobody was able to put anything in play. This was all put to them. They had no answers. I think it's disgusting on their behalf.
And
I think it's a disgrace, guys. This country has just gone to the dogs, bro. Like, Ireland used to be class like 20 years ago. Now it's whack, bro. I'm leaving this place, man. F everyone here. No, I'm kidding. But at the same time, guys, I love Irish people and all my fellow brothers and sisters. But this is just disgraceful, guys. I don't even like watching this shit, guys. Honestly.
Family has been in the area since your great grandfather came here.
Yes.
So that's 3-4 generations now.
We
with your
have 4
kids.
generations of McDonough's here.
Get
Bro,
inspired.
this dude has had people in the family since the flipping 18th century, and they're talking about kicking him out. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's getting worse here, guys. I'm telling you, it's whack.
On this lane, all decent people, all working hard. Everyone's nearly self-employed. I had to give up my self-employment as a welder because I was entitled to nothing and I can't afford to pay out $2,500 rent. I still can't get a house to get on a HAP scheme set up. I'm basically still in limbo.
The lane is actually called McDonough's Way, isn't it? Because
The lane is actually called McDonough's Lane after our family.
Are you kidding me? The area, the lane, like you guys know, you see like different areas are called whatever. This area, this lane, you know, Shop Street, Galway, whatever, O'Connell Street. This guy's lane, the name of the area is called McDonough Lane. What? This is the most insane shit I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm calling it right here. This is the wildest video I've ever seen in my life, guys. I cannot believe this is actually happening in Ireland. Bro, people need to run a fund, do like fundraising to like get money to finance this guy, guys. Like, why can't there be fundraising for this guy? You know what I mean? There's fundraising for so many different things, guys. It's only money. Money is like easy to come by. If this was in Canada or the US, this guy would be working constantly. He'd be rich. Like, well, there's a rich over there. You know, landscaping is rich over there. Here in Ireland, because there's not much business, we're not just rich from like trades, you know, which is terrible, guys. We should be rich from trades.
called McDonough's Way, isn't it? Because
The lane is actually called McDonough's Lane after our family.
What?
You know, my grandfather owned all the land up here on the right and up on the left hand side up here since 1952. So it's coming to the stage now. I'm the first person in British to be evicted off private land ever in British to be ever.
So someone
evicted.
who's been here for now just 4th generation, your family are here now with your kids, and yet you're being told that you don't have a social need to live in the area.
Yeah, but yet all the companies use me constantly in the area to support the local farms, to support the local quarry industry, because all the quarries are up around here.
Bro, the government just don't care about the people. If I was in government, I'd like absolutely let this guy have his log cabin. If I was the Taoiseach, I would like sign a waiver and just let him have the log cabin. Like, let's have some discretion, guys. Let's have some individual cases. Like, bro, I need to become power, guys. These people are whack in government. Everyone in government are fat, overweight, lazy, sons of bitches, guys. If I was in government, I would have this country running amazing, guys. The country would be running perfectly, man. Perfect. I'm a great business guy. The country would be perfect, bro. Forget about these Taoiseach. This is all bollocks, man. They're whack, bro. Simon Harris is a nerd. He's a Poindexter. I wouldn't pick Simon Harris in a 5-a-side in a football game. The guy's a nerd. When's he hit the gym? You know, these guys are weak-minded people, man. They're cowards, guys.
They're all along the N81. So I do, obviously I do, but they failed to ring them people to make sure all that information I gave them was correct, but they didn't.
There's basically no person who actually wouldn't know who Brendan is. Like, you know, they have...
This guy should be the goddamn mayor. This guy should be the mayor of the damn city. Or the town, at least, the village.
So many older people here, like, you know, they always can ring Brendan if they need anything to be fixed in the house or something. They will always... He's
a handyman, you know, and he can pop out a few kids. He's pretty good in the bedroom, too.
Have something good to say about him. And anybody who ever asks us, like, you know, our situation about the cabin, like, they are absolutely disgusted.
Yeah.
And we've been also told that even if you would be putting like any petition with all the signs like from the local people, they want us staying here, we were saying no, that's not going to help anything.
Sorry, Evelina, I asked the local people. I said to Owen O'Brien and that I'm going to get a petition of everybody in British to sign a petition for me to save my house, and he said it's not going to work.
How would that not work, guys? Like, we need to like bring the power back to the people. This isn't government running everything like a flipping dictatorship. This is not a communist dictatorship. We live in a government. If I had someone sign 500 people saying I want this house, I'm like, yeah, absolutely, take the house. This is great. This is clown world.
Won't work. So I said, how can the council have total control over an area when everyone in the area is saying something totally different? And he said, that's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is, guys. These are the people that you idiots are electing, and I'm speaking to, you know, the people on that side. All right, not my beautiful viewer base.
No, I don't believe that's the way it is. These are our communities. These are our people, our neighbours. They have a voice, and every one of them around here is angered over my situation. I meet strange people and they hear about my situation and they're distraught. They don't know what to think. They said it can't be true.
And have any of you've mentioned Owen O'Brien?
This guy has flipping gutters on the roof of the house. This is unbelievable. This house is beautiful. This is better than any house I've ever seen in my life in Ireland.
But any of your other local representatives tried to make petitions on your behalf, or have you gotten any help?
I went to them all. I went to Fine Gael. Fine Gael, believe it or not, was the only one that couldn't help me. Emer, next door neighbour, Emer turned around and said she couldn't help me, that I was gone too far.
What? Bro, this is a clown, bro. Never elect Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil, Sinn Féin, any of these people.
I said, that's fine. I went to Sinn Féin, Owen O'Brien, nothing they could do. I emailed Mary Lou MacDonald personally. We sent on all the emails. She just put it back onto Owen O'Brien. Owen O'Brien came back with nothing he can do. Just
passing the buck, passing the buck. Oh, he can help. Oh, no, they can help. Oh, no, he can help. Like, no, nobody can help.
Nothing for me. There is nothing for you. But I tell them I'm going homeless with the two kids. There's nothing we can do, Brandon. The council don't have anything. The council are telling me they don't have anything. But they were in such a panic to take us from our house, from our home. If they don't have anything, why take us from our home unless they have something to give us?
Yeah.
If you're going to take it down, you want it down that much? Okay, where do you want these kids? Where do you want my family to go?
And I suppose when they don't have a house to essentially let you walk into, I mean, what is the justification for putting you out of this place when they don't have alternative accommodation for you? Is it better? I
couldn't see the logic in it. I don't see it. None of it makes any sense to me. If you don't have a place for a family and they're in a dwelling, whether it's illegal or not, if they want it down, say fine.
In my personal opinion, guys, whatever you want to build on your own property, minus like something wild, like a flipping military base or something crazy like that. Something crazy like a house or a cabin. Of course you can do that, guys. In Chris's beautiful Irish country, that would be allowed, guys.
If you have a place, do you have a place for me? No. Well, then can you leave me there until you get a place for me, and then we'll take it down. The kids need a roof over their head. That was all ignored.
And you have family living in your home place. Obviously, it's a modest dwelling. I suppose you're just saying there's no room for yourself, Evelina.
There's
and the
no
kids.
room in the family home for us. No, there's no room in the family home for us. The family home is too small, that type of thing. It's my father was there, my mother was there, my sister was there. My mum sadly passed away, but this was our home. It is what it is now at this stage.
We have been cooperating with South Dublin County Council since the day one we got any paperwork, and we've been always, very responsive, like for any emails. And I've been back then pregnant as well with my second child, and I've that was the very first time ever in my life when I had to deal with stuff like that. It was very stressful, but I was doing it. I was contacting, I was emailing, I was organizing meetings with local TDs and
John Curran,
trying to try anything, like, you know, to get any help from people. We've been doing all that.
Nobody helps anyone here. Oh, the land of 1,000 welcomes, and you want to help people. Nobody helps anyone. This is all lies.
We, as Brendan mentioned before, we had special people here come and, like, you know, the old architect stuff and whatever has to be done about the site. We've done all that. We said we will do anything, whatever we supposed to do to make it the way they want to be, if we can keep it. But never, ever,
nothing positive.
Worked. No.
Nothing positive. They basically had their minds made up. They let us spend all the money on the architects, the engineers and everything, but their mind was already made up. That was clear to see. There was no leadway of anything, nothing.
This is absolutely disgraceful. If they wanted to put 50, let's say, Chinese men into this house, that would absolutely be fine. But a nice family of 4 isn't allowed, guys.
You know, I don't know why, because we went to their planning offices, we went to had their meetings, we did on a load of discussions.
We've done it the right way.
We've done everything we could to try and please them, and it just would not work.
So all that's left to you now is you have to buy the
beautiful sink as well. Disgraceful.
The end of this month, which is about 2 days away from now, actually take this, what we see behind us here, totally off the ground, or you can be put in prison still.
That's what I've been threatened with, yeah, or a fine and a conviction for non-compliant to a court order, and probably a fine that I probably wouldn't be able to afford to pay, along with whatever else they can try and throw at me as well.
Bro, I'm done with this. This is disgusting. I can't even watch the rest. This is disgusting, guys. We're gonna leave it there, man. You know, okay, I apologize. He has his family and stuff, but you know, at the end, they're beautiful family. Absolutely horrendous. You know, no way out, guys. That's what they leave people to do, guys. Absolutely no way out. You know, just completely disregard for any individual case. Just completely, oh no, you know, we can't do this. You know, if it was some sort of, like, you know, drag queen night party or something in there on the weekends, they would probably fund it. They'd probably fund the whole thing. Oh, a little drag queen night party. But no, because it's a nice, beautiful family, it's not allowed, guys. I love you all. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.